Johnny's Bar and Grill, Mexican and American cuisine with daily and weekly specials, juicy burgers, mouth-watering tacos, and more. 1519 West Highway 150 in Lincolnton.
Good evening and welcome into the Wednesday, August 13th edition of the WHKY News. I'm Rob Eastwood. Thanks to Ralph Mangum for filling in last night while the WHKY crew headed to Asheville. We had a wonderful time as our sister station, WHKY Radio, was live from 6 a.m. to noon from the Grove Park Inn. I had a chance to sit down with several folks, and we will have a number of TV features from that venue in the coming weeks as that region continues its recovery from Hurricane Helene. The WHKY News is on over-the-air TV every weekday at 5:30 and 10 on Channel 14.2. We're also on the Compass, SkyBest, Vibrant, TDS, and Comporium cable systems. Online, you can watch us anytime at WHKY.com and on our YouTube channel. Topping our news today, a Conover man lost his life in an incident at North Myrtle Beach. WHKY's Ariana Mack reports.
Correct, Rob. According to multiple published reports out of South Carolina, 69-year-old Anthony Rowe of Conover was pulled from the ocean on August 6th and transported to McLeod Seacoast, where he died of asphyxiation due to drowning. When Mr. Rowe was pulled from the surf, a primary assessment by responders revealed he had no pulse and was not breathing. According to published reports, responders conducted several rounds of CPR on Rowe and attached an AED to him, but the AED said there was no shockable rhythm detected. Rowe was pronounced deceased at the hospital. The incident report states that he had a triple bypass operation in 2019. Lifeguards later said that beach patrons with boogie boards assisted in getting Rowe to shore before police arrived. I'm Ariana Mack for WHKY.
Thanks, Ariana, and condolences to the family of Mr. Rowe. The U.S. Marshals Service is actively seeking information on the whereabouts of 40-year-old Ricky Dean Clinton, who is wanted for a series of offenses, including human trafficking of a child, indecent liberties with a child, first-degree kidnapping, sexual servitude of a minor, delivering a controlled substance to a minor, and statutory rape. Authorities believe Clinton may be in North Carolina. A $2,500 reward is being offered for information leading to his arrest. Clinton's alleged crimes have raised significant concern, prompting a widespread search involving the U.S. Marshals and local law enforcement agencies. The public is urged to remain vigilant and report any sightings or relevant information. Tips can be submitted anonymously by contacting Task Force Officer Terry at 704-813-6844. Texting is preferred, or by reaching out to the U.S. Marshals or a local law enforcement agency. Authorities emphasize the importance of prompt reporting to aid in apprehending Clinton and preventing further harm. On Tuesday, Governor Josh Stein announced that North Carolina has received a $4 million federal grant to help incarcerated people gain job skills as they prepare to re-enter society. The new funding comes from the 6th round of the U.S. Department of Labor's Pathway Home Grant Program. Through this program, eligible incarcerated individuals can receive workforce services through the NC Work system, both prior to and after their release, easing their transition into re-entry programs in the communities to which they will return. The facilities that are part of the program include institutions in the Hickory Metro. The grant is intended to provide pre-release, post-release, and follow-up activities for people transitioning out of incarceration. The workforce system partners plan to serve individuals incarcerated at facilities including the Alexander Correctional Institution in Taylorsville, Caldwell Correctional Center in Hudson, Catawba Correctional Center in Newton, and Foothills Correctional Institution in Morganton. Much more on this at WHKY.com. The Troutman Police Department is warning citizens to take precautions to avoid being victimized by check theft and fraud. More than $1 billion in fraudulent checks and money orders are recovered every year. Criminals will steal checks from home mailboxes and even the post office's exterior drop boxes. Once they have your check, they will use chemicals to wash the check and change the amount as well as the payee. Tips offered by authorities include make payments online, use bill pay services offered by your bank, and if mailing a check, drop it off inside the post office instead of using outside drop boxes or your mailbox. For more tips, go to this story at our website, WHKY.com. The Burke County Sheriff's Office has been made aware of a scam involving someone claiming to be Sergeant Phil Townsend. The caller states they have a question and reassures the person they are not in trouble. The scammer leaves a callback number that does not belong to the sheriff's office, and the original call appears to be coming from a restricted number. Be aware that this is not Sergeant Phil Townsend, and the number given is not a sheriff's office number. You are asked to pay attention to calls such as this so you do not fall for this scam. Today's crime report features details on the arrests of 2 suspects in an Alexander County armed robbery case, plus the arrest of a Lenore man in a kidnapping case, among other stories. In local sports, Jason Savage has details on the preseason ranking for Lenore Ryan's football team. In our community focus, Ariana Mack will be joined by Sarah Killian from the city of Hickory. Temperatures climbed into the mid-80s today. They'll remain in the 80s for at least the next week with a chance of storms each day through Saturday. Remember, the up-to-date weather forecast is always available at WHKY.com. I'm Rob Eastwood, and this is the WHKY News.